Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a series of videos where I restore, upgrade, rebuild my Landrover Defender. Not the one you can see just now. This is the Defender that I restored last year and sold. But I got the bug. I want to do it again, and since I'm not really able to go out that much, I thought why not get myself another project. So that's what I've done, and I'm going to try and share that journey with you guys, and it should be fun. Should be able to learn a few things along the way. Obviously I'll probably make some mistakes, so I'm not a trained mechanic or anything like that. I'm just doing this as a hobby, so should be an experience, and I'm going to try and do the best job I can with it and video all the different stages of repairing and restoring it. So that's the one I restored last year, in a bit of a state, as you can see, and this is what it looks like now. So yeah, enjoy and smash subscribe. My new project. I hope you've got aircon in your van. No? So this is my new project, my Defender 90. Absolute state of it. Big winch on the front, keep me busy. H-Reg 1990. Starts first time. Nice one. It's quite bright. It's quite hard to see, but well, let's have a look inside. Very bright. A nice sunny Scottish day for once. So yeah, this is my 90. Apparently it's done that many miles, which, yeah, I guess that's broken. That's for the winch, apparently. Pretty basic in here. This seat is fucked. See the floor, that's gonna need some attention. It's been repaired previously, you can see, but not to a good standard, so that's just gonna have to be done. Seats will need some TLC. Dash is pretty crusty, to be fair. Reckon I'll need to either restitch it or source a replacement. I don't think it's going to just clean up that well. We'll see. It's got the series doors in it, which are actually alright. I mean, I could put new doors in it, but they're like £500 each. Might be able to salvage those. Add a new cross member at some point. These wheels have got quite a bit of tread on them actually. Chassis. You can see where they've put the new cross member on there. Looks alright. That should clean up okay. Floor around here is a bit better. No visible holes, but it'll still need some attention. Drives really well though. Starts first time. Just Steering's really good. A lot lighter than my last 90, which was the same age. Big winch on the front. Bit crusty. Not been driven for a while, regularly anyway. No oil yet. So yeah, so keep me busy. The next project. So here he is, where he will spend, or she. You Land Rover folks love to put a female spin on the old Landy, so yeah, she will be sitting here, or very close to here, for quite some time. I'm gonna literally just... So he tried to put the last owner, basically, I bought this on eBay, never seen it before, never went and actually inspected it before I bought it. I just said, yeah, I like it, I think there's some potential in it to bring it back to life. Made him an offer, and he accepted it. He said he wanted more, but he said it's a buyer's market just now, so actually got a good deal on it. I'm not going to say how much I paid for it just yet, but I think it's a good deal. Anyway, yep, so he went to put another 12 months MOT on it. It's got 2 months left, but they said to do that there'd be a bit of welding on the chassis, so I just wanted to try and... Oh, this light is shit. Let's try and see where it is. Let me actually go around the other side. I've ordered a GoPro to make this a little bit easier, because I do plan on doing a video series here. This looks alright, this side. This part's pretty solid. Let's check the other side. There were some holes that had been marked with crayon. That's right, crayon. I don't know. A bit there, but that's... I wouldn't say that's really structural. Let me have a look. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Alright. I think that can be repaired easy enough. Just having a look at the holes. Or hole. I think there's another one somewhere. But I don't think it's that bad really, to be honest. I think I can just cut that bit out and weld in a new bit. Oh, I forgot how fucking dirty it is underneath here. Yeah. It's actually not bad. I think somebody else would have passed it on the MOT. It's not that structural. Anyway, it's too hot under here. Well, a few hours later, it's my purchase. Not regretting it at all yet, or am I? Noticed a few things, namely this massive freaking hole in the bonnet. So, I mean, the bonnet's not in great shape anyway, to be fair. Might have to just bite the bullet and order just a brand new, you know, I could sand it down, fill in what needs filled in, but, you know, I'm going to respray the whole thing anyway. May as well just have a good base to start with. These wings are dented up. So I think what I'm going to do is, actually this one's even worse, is probably just get, not the whole wing, so this top bit and this front bit should be okay, although that's going to have to be pulled out. This one's better, but you can basically buy these side panels, split it down here, and then you have a brand new part which just attaches on here. You have to take off the whole wings to do that anyway, but that's fine. It means that I'll have a nice surface for when it goes to the paint shop, and I won't have to spend ages trying to get out dents and filling it and stuff. Bulkhead isn't, I mean, it's solid. It is solid. Most of that surface rust. There's a big hole here, that's going to have to be sorted. But down here, I'm not liking this. This is where it's been welded in previously, and I'm looking at just getting a whole repair section for here. Obviously get rid of as much crap out of there, treat it, and then put in the repair section. But yeah, plan is spend quite a bit of time on it, get it resprayed. New LED lights. Thinking of doing like a nice teak wood finish. I don't even know what's under here, to be fair. Spare wheel. You probably can't see that, but there's a spare wheel. So yeah, new wheels. First thing though is the chassis, which needs sandblasted. These turrets are probably going to be replaced. But it drives well, and it's a good base interior wise. A lot of work. Strip out these seats. I don't know if I'm gonna keep a hold of these frames, blast them, put on some new seats, put in a cubby box here, or look for some replacement seats. I know a lot of folk put in the RX-8 seats. There's panels you can put in here. They're not that expensive, and you just basically tack weld them in, and yeah, treat it and whatever. Doors are going to get stripped down and cleaned up. But the winch, I think the winch I'm going to take off in this bumper, clean it up, paint it, sell it. Because my plan is just to put a normal sort of stock bumper on it, and someone can get some use out of this, because I think this is actually quite a good winch. I don't know much about them, but I think this is quite a good one. So the plan is just to clean this up, take it off, put it for sale, and use the money towards some other bits and pieces. This steering guard is pretty dented. You can tell this was used for quite a lot of fun off-roading, which is what these are for, really. But yeah, lots to do, lots of parts to order. Good fun. Oh god, what have I done? So yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm not working in a professional style massive workshop with all the biggest, most expensive tools. Far from it. I've got this garage which I'm sharing with my wife, who she's making candle melts right now behind me. So I've got this half of the garage. I bought these shelves for my bits and pieces. I got all the top of the range tools, as you can tell there. Camping stuff down there, and yeah, Before everything was just sort of in that corner on the floor, so it's a little bit more organised. Also got this upside down, I know, but this is my this is what I'm going to attach to my compressor when it comes, and I'll fill it with material for blasting the chassis. So that should be a lot of fun, and hopefully it works. Hopefully the compressor I've got is going to be powerful enough to give the pressure and the velocity needed to make it worthwhile. So we'll see, and that'll be, I guess that'll be a separate episode. But there's other parts that I've started to look at ordering. And it's so sunny here in Glasgow today. It's so unusual for May. But yeah, I'm trying not to go overboard and order everything at once. I'm trying to do it structured and figure out which parts I want to do next. I think the first job I'm going to do is try and take these wings off, because they're full of dents, and I'll probably just get replacement outer wings, and then try and build them back up, and that'll be one of the many jobs that I need to do to try and smarten this thing up. Still not sure about the winch. Don't know if I should keep it, sell it, and put on a standard winch. TBC. Who on earth painted this thing? And what kind of paint is that? Oh my god. That's insane. Yeah, so today I have, as you can see, taken the bonnet off, which is here. Pretty easy to take off. You can just take off these 3 bolts. But also it just hooks on with this anyway, so you can actually just pull the whole thing off. But I've taken these off anyway because these are good, these can be reused. The bonnet, yeah, not so sure about that. Not sure if you can see it, but it's, I mean, yeah, I could put a repair section in here. But the last 200 TDI bonnet I had on the Defender I did last year was, once it was all sandblasted and sanded down and primed and painted, you could still see waves and bits and pieces, and there's some kind of dents. You can't really see it on camera, but there are kind of some dents there, so honestly I think it might just be a better job just to get a new one, and then, you know, maybe someone else can make use of this. So yeah, taking out the lights on this side, just some screws, dead easy. Taking off the checker plate at the top, just basically drilled out the rivets. And I'm in the process of removing this outer wing here, which I don't think it's going to be salvageable. I think I'll just buy a new one. It's a bit tricky, but it's all you need really is a wrench to just get these captive bolts out. It's so bright out here. Yeah, it's just got these all the way along it, so they're not that easy to get to, but that's the job today. Try and get this removed so then I can see what we're working with. Lovely day here in Glasgow. Alright, making some progress here. Got some of this wing off. It's hard going because you have to take loads of bits out. I had to take this thingy my bob out, which is for something or other, so I could get in underneath here to get to the bolts. So I've got all of these ones along here, and hopefully there should just be 4 left inside here, and then we'll get a look at it. Again, I don't know if I should replace it or if these dents will come out. We'll have a look when it's off. But it's so hot out here. So hot. Need a... Well, finally got it off. down here is, yeah, pretty bad. Apparently you can get whole sections in here that you can just weld in, so that's the plan. I'm going to see if I can get the dents out of this, but probably I'll just buy a new one. So I had a go at getting this dent out here. Pretty much just hit it with a hammer, heat it up a bit. But even when it's sanded down, it'll still need filling and all sorts, and it's just never going to be. It's never going to be the same. And you know, these are what, 90, £100. I think for the time and effort it's going to just save me just buying a new piece. I think that's what I'm going to do. Same for this side. This is in worse condition, it's taken a bang there. Big dent here. So yeah, I think I'll just buy 2 new wings, and obviously I need to cut these bits out and get some new repair sections. So I have to take the doors off, take the hinges out, and this whole section here is going to be some more money that I need to spend, but obviously it just needs done properly. And I can't wait for my sandblaster to come. It's going to be fun to get off all this crusty, horrible stuff. Same for under here. I'm not sure about these turrets. They seem alright. I don't know if I need to replace them or not. But yeah, get in there. I'm just taking the headlight out on this side. As I say, it's pretty simple. It's all just screwed in. The grille lights around, sorry, the actual lights, just 3 screws. I've disconnected them, and then obviously this is the main headlight. These are the adjuster screws, so you can adjust like where the actual shine is of the light on the road. But I'm gonna have to take them out because I'm just gonna buy brand new units. I don't know if I'll buy LEDs or just uprated part, but yeah, these are pretty knackered anyway. It's all corroded inside, so they're not that expensive. Just buy a brand new set. But yeah, beer. Just if anyone's wanting to point out that these can be salvaged. Yeah, these are fucked. I'm gonna try and take these wheel arches off. They're actually really easy. They've got these like plastic things. You just push out the middle. And the whole thing comes off. Alright, got this wing off too. And yeah, this footwell, pretty damn crusty. I don't know if you can make it in there, but there's a big frickin' hole. So yeah, that hole is there. And there's obviously holes there. So yeah, this panel here, I think I can get a new one and just take this one out. I guess it's just a matter of, I'm liking these series doors, by the way, because they just swing open so much further than the Defender ones that I had on my last Defender. So I think I can just unscrew the clutch pedal, master cylinder, and the housing, whatever it's called, that's there. So I should easily enough be able to take that off. the rest of the steering should just be removed with some bolts, hopefully. And yeah, I need to order a new foot repair section, footwell repair section, whatever you want to call it. Oh, look how fucking crusty this is. Oh my god. And I really used to live in here. This side too need a repair section. Yeah, the more I take apart, the more there is to do, but it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna look. So my compressor is here. Airmaster Tiger. Airmaster Tiger. 100 litres, 14.5 CFM, 3 horsepower. I'm hoping that this is going to be powerful enough for sandblasting. We'll see. Probably not. Probably not. So, last night I had a few beers and yeah, tried to take this frickin' thing out because it was getting replaced anyway, and oh my days, it seems to be all spot welded in there, so I need to try and drill out those welds. But I was like, I couldn't get into these bolts, so I absolutely just cut the hell out of it with a grinder. It was just kind of scary because you're like, you know, what is actually holding this car together? And all this money I've spent for this rust bucket of a thing. Anyway, job today is trying to get that off. I've ordered a new unit which should hopefully slot in there. Ordered new wings as well, so they should be getting posted out. Tried to order a bonnet, but the online store was closed, so I need to try and get up early and get it tomorrow. And yeah, gonna try and have a shot at my compressor, or maybe I'll just cut my losses and stick this thing on eBay because it's gonna be a lot of work. Yep, just gotta put these wheels on it. Pretty cool actually. No idea how it works. Benzo. You wanna go for a drive? You wanna go for a drive? Okay then. Let's go for a drive. Bob! What are you doing here? You don't have any thumbs. You can't use the gears. Oh my god. You're a maniac. Here you go, boys. Here you go, boys. Some more bits. Let's see what I've got. Ooh, wow. Airline filter regulator. I bought this after a few beers, and I think it's supposed to just tell me how much pressure I'm getting to my tools with my new compressor. So yeah, don't know. Let's see if it works. Oh my god, it works. This is how you open things. Like a man. A spray gun! Oh, I'm going to use this for painting stuff. Gravity fed. Should hook into my compressor, and I can put my zinc primer in there to do the underneath, and then my top coat of like a hammer tight protector black finish for the chassis. I won't be using that for a while, but it's good to have it. You can just get out of the way, Bob. Bob, Bob. And then this is something else. Oh my god. A 46-piece socket set. Ooh boy. Fancy. Because my last one, with all the rusty bolts I took off the last Defender, stopped working. So yeah, got this cheap set of Amazon. Oh, there's something else. Bonus. What is this? A head strap! Ugh. This is my head strap for my GoPro, so I can take videos whilst not using my hands. So there we go, some more bits. Till next time, goodbye. Hello. So I bought some bits. It's not very exciting, but it's a start to the many bits that I'm going to need to fix this Land Rover up. So thought I'd open some. First things first, little drill set, Bosch, for drilling holes, obviously. So yeah, probably I'll need to drill out some rivets. I may also be putting in like a wooden flooring in the back of in the pickup part of it. Yeah, and there could be some other holes that need to be drilled, and obviously you need drill bits to drill holes. So I bought that. Goes on my shelf. Airbrush thinner. This will make more sense when my compressor arrives. I've got a compressor arriving, obviously, and a paint gun and some paint. The plan is for at least the underside to be completely done by myself. So for it to be sandblasted, stripped down as bare as I can get it, painted with some zinc primer, and then painted with like a Hammertite or a equivalent. So I'm not sure what I'll go for yet, but some sort of top coat for the metal. So yeah, I need airbrush thinner. Was expecting it to be a little bit bigger than that, but you know, it'll start me off. So yeah, need to wait for my compressor to come, and that'll make more sense. But that's the first part of the painting puzzle. And oh, here we go. Lots of different attachments for my compressor. So we're going to have your quick release parts. So it means I can switch between different tools. The compressor I've bought should be able to support things like sanding attachments, cutting attachments, painting obviously. Can't think right now. Other attachments which I've bought, which will help me. Rather than having to use power tools all the time, I can rely on a compressor to get those jobs done. So all these parts hopefully will do the job, and it'll mean that I can just switch between tools quite easily. So that's good. Let's see. This is some tarpaulin, and I'm going to use this to help me with the sandblasting of the chassis. I'll be able to collect all of the different debris that comes off of there, and then hopefully reuse the material that I'm using to actually blast against the chassis. All going well, this compressor will be powerful enough to power the sandblaster that I've also got, which I'll show you in a second. So that's going to be helpful, and it'll also stop getting crap everywhere, because it's a shared driveway and I don't want to get sand and crap all over other people's driveways. So yeah. Next up, I have no idea what this is. Oh, speaking of tools, this is a cutting tool for my air compressor. So this should be compatible with the air hoses and the attachments that I just shown you, and my compressor, which is in this process of being delivered. This should hopefully attach to that, and it should hopefully give me enough power so that I can use this cutting tool, because there are some parts that need to be welded on the chassis. My welder is also on its way, and I'll be learning how to weld along the way. So this should be easier to handle than the rather large grinder that I've already got, which is quite heavy and difficult to use. So this should just make things easier, really. So yeah, hopefully it works. I don't think there's much else. Oh, there's some stuff down here. I got this as a present, actually. This is a magic socket. Magic socket. Got this for a birthday present, and it's like those things you used to get when you were a kid. You know, you put your fingers in it and it would like form to the shape of your hand. It's kind of like that. It's pretty cool. And you attach it to this ratchet. And I guess the theory is that it grips around different sorts of bolts. So I don't know. We'll try it out. Could be the best thing that's ever happened to me. It could be. You never know. So what else? Oh, this should make things a bit easier with filming. My GoPro Hero 7. So yeah, never had one of these. I had a fake one before and it was pretty crap. So went out and got the real one. I know this isn't the top of the line GoPro or anything, but I'm hoping that it should do the job for me, and I can show everyone how bad I am at, you know, welding and stuff like that. I might even attach it to one of my dogs at one point, because that would be fun. So yeah, 1080p, 10 megapixel. It's got pretty good reviews. Got a decent price actually on it. So yeah, I don't know if it's got any attachments for like how to strap it to my head or anything, but we'll find out once I get into it and give it a shot. So hopefully that'll be easier than using my phone for a camera. So that's it for now.